Welcome to News Focus on this Cumulus Media station. I'm Cindy Swanson. Thank you so much for joining me. You know, when you think of the phrase bath salts, you may get an image of luxuriating in a tub saying, Calgon, take me away. But the term bath salts has come to mean something much different and quite dangerous. My guest today is Dr. William Werner. He's the president of the Illinois State Medical Society, and he's going to talk a little bit about bath salts in a way that you may not have thought of them before. Dr. Werner, welcome to News Focus.
Thank you, Cindy.
What exactly are these bath salts?
You're exactly right. They are not the traditional bath salts that you would add to have a nice bathing experience. These are synthetic chemicals that are sold under the term bath salts, but they're not intended to be used in any way as a bathing product. They are intended to be ingested, whether that be by mouth, smoked, inhaled, injected, and they are chemicals that produce various reactions that would simulate a high. They combine the effects of both cocaine and amphetamines, and to me it seems like a very unpleasant experience, but it's something that seems to be attractive, especially to younger people and adolescents. The very, very concerning thing about bath salts are the effects that they can produce. And this is just not a harmless high, as some of the sellers may say. This can result in a very scary trip to the emergency department with your blood pressure very high, your heart racing, feeling very hot. And there have been reports of people becoming psychotic while on these drugs. The other concerning thing is that there may be more long-term consequences of taking these drugs because they seem to alter the brain chemistry. And I know that sounds alarmist, but that is now being studied. And just think of the consequences to a young person, first of all, if they are caught with an illegal substance, but number two, if it really causes serious neurologic damage to them.
Where do you find them? Or where are they sold? Are they sold on the street, or are they actually in stores?
Both. They are street drugs, and they can be bought online. They can be bought on the street. They can be bought in head shops. I've heard that they're available in truck stops and gas stations, and so there is access to them. And this came to my attention last fall when a couple agents from the Illinois Attorney General's office gave a educational session for doctors down in Springfield, Illinois, and I happened to be down there for that session. And the agents said that this is a problem throughout the state of Illinois, and these drugs are available to our children.
As a parent, I can't help but think of the stealthiness of something that I could find in my child's room, and I would just think, they just, going to use this to take a bath with. It seems to me that making them be something as innocent as bath salts or making them appear like that would contribute to that sort of thing?
Oh, absolutely. These are packaged in packets that are brightly colored. They may have various terms like cotton candy. And they're labeled not for human consumption, even though that is what the intention is. So a parent may pick this up and, as you said, look at this as some sort of harmless substance when, in fact, it's a dangerous chemical.
Why would something like this be legal?
Well, actually, a portion of the ingredient of bath salts is not legal in Illinois. And this came up at the Illinois State Medical Society's annual House of Delegates in 2011. And we supported a ban in Illinois on the ingredient in bath salts called MDPV. I won't recite the chemical name for you, quite lengthy, but that was banned in Illinois, and last summer President Obama also banned that in the nation. The problem is the illicit manufacturers of these drugs, basically underground chemists, stay one step ahead of the law by tweaking these chemicals so that technically they are not illegal.
Is there anything law enforcement is doing about this?
They are very aware of this, and they are actively pursuing the sellers of these drugs. The problem is that they are widely available, and you can order them on the Internet. So it's hard to get a real control over this, a real handle on it.
Anything that citizens can do about this? Parents or just concerned citizens? What would you advise?
Well, I think the first thing is education and being aware that when the subject of bath salts comes up, it is something to be taken seriously. And again, if you, as a parent, happen to find these materials in the home or the packets, the wrappers that they come in, to have a honest conversation with your child.
Absolutely. Well, this is something we do need to be aware of. And if you see a packet of something that's named potpourri or tranquility or something like that, it definitely may not be what it claims to be. Dr. William Werner of the Illinois State Medical Society, thank you so much for being with us and letting us know about this.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And that'll do it for News Focus. Thank you for joining me. I'm Cindy Swanson.